Hey, how's everybody doing today? Mike at Imperial Tropicals here. You guys are very chatty in the comments today already, so it's good to see that. Good to see everybody getting along in the comments, talking fish, talking weather. Guys, this is going to be the final Fun Friday of 2025. So next week, we'll have a Fun Friday, but next week is going to be 2026 already. So with that being said, I wanted to cover a few things today, guys. I wanted to see, what do you guys want to see going forward in 2026? What kind of fish do you guys want to see us carry, or maybe like try to specialize in? What kind of content here on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook? What kind of content do you guys want to see? Right now, we put out some kind of like fish of the week videos. They're kind of generic, we just it's the same format every time. Do you guys like that? In there, we try to give some good information with tank mates and tank size, food requirements, water requirements. But yeah, what do you guys want to see moving forward? We're constantly growing. We're looking for stuff that you guys are interested in. We don't want to make videos just for the sake of making videos. We want to engage with you guys and put out some good content. All gymnos. You want all gymnos. Ellen 0086. Yeah, gymnos, they are such a cool Gymnogeophagus. They're such a cool family of fish. There's so many that are just they come from like South America. A lot of them do, so they have a little bit cooler temperature requirements, similar to what maybe like the U.S., like the southern of the parts of the U.S. would be. So they're not like super tropical like some of the other fish that we keep are. So that would be pretty cool. Ellen loves the live streams. Is there anything you guys would like to see differently in the live streams? Maybe we focus more on something, or we deep dive a topic, where we talk about a certain topic. Um, Different days of the week, different times. Now we are kind of at a time constraint currently because although this is part of my job, I still have many other responsibilities. And that being said, also, like, I would love to see a weekend stream or maybe a podcast format. But once again, constraints, this is my job. So we don't work on the weekends typically. We do have somebody who comes in and feeds the fish out during the weekend, but um, that's just something I'm not sure if the owner would be willing to do something like that. But that could be another thing to think about. So Zen, I'm glad you said something. So Zen says, so guys, just first I want to say I don't believe Carly is here today. Carly is on vacation, so it is just me. But new rainbow fish strains. We did just get a lot of new rainbow fish strains. One I'm super excited about is the Melanitania Gary Langi. Um, so I've seen them in the past in like pictures, videos, but seeing them in person has made a whole new difference. So we did get a breeding group of those in. We got a lot of new species in. I can't even think of all of them off the top of my head. We got the red laser wapogas. We got just I'm talking 15 to 20 new types of breeder rainbows in. So we just started to try to breed some of them. We've had them about a month. They are still small. They're just like 2.5, 3 inches. They are of breeding size, but they're not like producing crazy amounts yet. So that's pretty cool. Do we have the fork-tail rainbow fish? We do have some species of dwarf rainbows. A lot of them we carry and they go in and out of stock, but we do not breed any. What about more Australia heroes? Yeah, that would be cool. Um, they're not easily found to bring in stock, but that would be really cool. The one I can think of that we do have, I believe, is the Scutulus, the Australoheros scutulus. That's a nice species. Another one that can handle the cold. It's from the same kind of area as a lot of those Gymnogeophagus. Why are red-breasted hilarious fish? LN, why do you say the red-breasted chanchitos are hilarious? What's up, Ripsaw? How you doing? Long time no see. Do we have any discus? We do breed discus, but right now we currently don't have any for sale. Um, as far as I know, if we do, they're probably just a few. Let's see. I want to see if I don't want to miss any of your guys' comments, so I'm kind of scrolling back. Ripsaw says it's been this way forever. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You guys like Friday live streams? So yeah, I like the Friday live stream too. But it does leave out a lot of people who work in different time zones than us that don't have lunch when I do the live stream. Or yeah, so I feel bad. We do miss a large portion of some of our customers. Some might jump in here just for a quick second to see if they won, but other than that, we miss a large audience at the time that we go live. So been pondering trying to start at different times. The red-breasted swim up and wiggle like dogs begging for food. Yeah, they do have a lot. They're not shy. They're not shy fish, and they definitely like to eat. So I can see why that's funny. Yeah, Ripsaw, it has been a long time, man. It's good to see you on here. I don't even remember the last time I saw you on the live stream, or it's been many years, I believe, since we met in person. Starry Night, Star Sapphire. Yeah, we can go look at some. Thank you, Tyler. You're welcome. You too. All right, guys, let's go look at some fish. So we did get some requests. We're gonna go look at the now. Some of these fish, guys, if you start bombarding me with a bunch of requests, I might not know where they're at just because I'm solo. And there's so many fish in here. Like I know where generally where the fish would be, but sometimes I'll walk right past them. But I do know where the star sapphires are. I do know where the starry nights are. So we'll go look at them. Zen, the Medaka game. So the rice fish. You know, oops, sorry about that, guys. So we've carried some very generic rice fish. We've had the daisies rice fish, the blue silver fish, and they just did not sell well for us. So that would be a hard sell, I think, on convincing Mike to bring some in. They are growing in popularity. A bunch of people are saying they're going to be the next fish because they're small, they're easy to breed, they're very tolerant of temperature fluctuations, but I don't know, just the regular old rice fish, it didn't do much for us. But that doesn't mean the more colorful types wouldn't do good. All right, so let's look at some star sapphires, guys. How many different types of predatory haps do we breed? Off the top of my head, I couldn't even tell you, but let's see. We have the Linny, the Hawk. I don't know. It's probably like 10. There's probably around 10 different types that we breed here. All right. All right, here are the star sapphires. So these are these are like 3.5 inches here. And there's a tank with some larger fish right over. Those are deep water haps. Here's are the larger star sapphires. These guys are 4 inches. Now there's a few with chips, but they're not chipped out yet, really. They're just starting to come in. You can see the dominant fish here. He's got a couple small chips. These guys take some time. They're definitely worth the wait, though. So there's some star sapphires. We're going to go look at the starry nights. Hello, HB. We're doing well. How are you doing? All right, here we go. Starry Night Bleaker Eye. Just a fantastic fish, guys. How can you beat those like spangles, those blue spots on the side of these fish? Just wonderful. And these guys are super hardy. Now, at first, after shipping, the Starry Nights can be take a little while to recover. One thing I know about the Starry Nights at the years of working with them is they are very, I'm pointing at the tank, guys, and I'm freaking them out. They're very sensitive to cold temperatures. So if your temperature drops, these guys are almost guaranteed to get sick. They'll start overproducing slime coat. They'll get ick really easily. So this is a tank you want to make sure you have stable, warm water. You don't want them to be in a situation where the temperature is constantly fluctuating because they don't do that well. Yeah, they can be territorial. Kyle, they are very slow growing, but they are definitely worth the wait. And they're your ultimate favorite. So, and I can see why. They're awesome. Shob wants to see some Tetras. Gabriel wants to see some Oscars. All right, we're by some Oscars, then we're going to go look at some Tetras. Oscars. So the tank's lights are out, unfortunately. But we do have some albino Oscars here. So there are some albinos. I'm not too sure if we have any other types right now. Let's see. We'll look at some tetras and then maybe we'll look at some predatory haps. I see some whiptails and sips. We don't have a ton of Cyprichromis in right now, but we do have, let me see if I can find them since we're close. We have the tricolor. Now, guys, something really cool happened last week. We got a shipment in of wild Tanganyikans, and there are some really, really nice looking Cyprichromis. One of them was called like Gold Head, and they are just 4.5 inches and just full color, just beautiful fish. But these are the tricolor sips that we have in right now. And whiptails, I'm not too sure what we have in for whiptails. I'm going to show you guys a breeder tank we have in here on whiptails, and then we'll look at some tetras. So originally, these weren't supposed to be in here to be breeders, but because they continue to breed so well in here, we just left them. We have the Royal Farowellas in here, and you guys can see in the back, those little black dots back there, those are all eggs. So as they develop, you'll see the fish develop inside and they're black. Originally, when they're first laid, the eggs are clear. And over time, as they develop, the eggs get darker and darker, and you can actually see the tiny little baby fish inside of the egg. So right there's the parents, or there is one of the parents. And then back here behind the sponge, we have a specimen container filled with some fry. These guys are about a week old. And you can see them all on the edge there. We got a bunch of dirty driftwood in there for them to chomp on. And there are some fry in the tank too that we missed that hatched while we weren't here yesterday. See the fry back there on the side and in the back. Yeah, those are the Royal Farewellas. They're really cool. We didn't intend to leave them here, but since they were doing so well, we haven't moved them. We just continue to let them breed in here. Now, these aren't a tetra, but I want to show the neon blue rasbora or the Pseudodanio goblinus. One of my favorites. I actually have a group of like 10 or 15 of these at my house in a nano tank, and they're the only fish in there, but these guys glow. You can't tell with the blue background. You can't tell with the blue background. It really takes a lot of the color away, but these guys are just fantastic. Do we have any fish in stock that'll do well with shrimp? So, Charlotte, pretty much all fish, even small fish, are gonna predate on little baby shrimp. If you don't care about breeding the shrimp or losing some here and there, anything really small would be your best bet. But a lot of these small fish are pretty predatory. These guys would be a good fit. Now, like I said, baby shrimp are not going to be safe. But these neon blue rasboras, here's the name, Pseudodanio goblinus, they would be adult shrimp safe. But those celestial pearl danios are good with shrimp. But I just want to reiterate, they're not baby shrimp safe. No fish really are. You could probably do some autocinculus. They're not going to eat any shrimp unless they die. Let's see. Really quick, since I showed the parents back there, these are some Royal Farewella, some of the subadults. They're not for sale yet, but it's hard to see, but right there, there's one. And right here, there's one. And back there, there's one. So there's some young ones growing out that should be available to sell soon, unless we keep these for breeders. I'm not sure. These are the new bloodfin tetras. They should be on the website. If they're not, they will be shortly. But interesting thing here. These were wild caught. I think these were wild caught, but it's weird. They're calling them bloodfin. I don't see any red in their fins. Alan, Merry Christmas. Any Jack Dempsey's? I'm sure we have some, and then we also have the electric blue Jack Dempsey's. Let's look at. This was last week's giveaway. This is one of the electric blue Jack Dempsey's we have. And since we're here, guys, here's what we're giving away today. It is the 2 Angelfish. Now look how they're acting today compared to last Friday, or on Wednesday. I don't know if you guys saw. But yeah. So here's the fish we're giving away today. Zen, there will be some sales today, and I will go over them since you asked. And let's see, we have some. Let me get this set up so I'm not all over the place. So guys, just want to. These are the fish we're giving away today. Let's see what we have to sell. Have to sell today. So we have the Zebra Slim OB 2 to 3 inch. Those are going to be on BOGO. The Copidochromos Azurius 2 to 3 inch are going to be on BOGO. The Alanicara rostratum 1 to 2 inch will be on BOGO. The basket haps 1 to 2 inch will be on BOGO. And then we have the 3-spot torpedo, the Exochromis anygenes, the 1 to 2 inchers. Those will be on BOGO as well. Then we have 50% off the following items. We have the Mexican dwarf orange crayfish, the 0.75 to 1 inch unsexed. The Price's rainbow fish, 1 to 2 inch unsexed, will be on 50% off. The assorted swordtail 3-pack will be 50% off. Then we have the crypt lucens will be 50% off. And then the koi angelfish will be 50% off. So those are this week's sale that start at 1 o'clock. Gabriel, the crayfish are kept down in our greenhouse, so I'm not going to be able to show you that right now. I would have to go down to the greenhouse and catch them out. Yes, we can go look at the rainbows, but before I do that, let me show you some of the potential predator haps. This guy's going to go on sale soon if he's not already. Speaking of predator haps, this is a Malawi gar. He's going to be a what you see, what you get. And for reference, he's like 8 to 10 inches. I don't know exactly right now, but he's 8 to 10 inches for sure. Let's see what else we have as far as predator haps. Usually they're down here. We have some Notitania. They are not colored up yet. They're 3.5 to 4 inches. So these are the Bucochromis Notitanias. We have the 3-spot torpedo or the Exochromis anygenes. Let's see. What other predator haps do we have over here? We're actually pretty low on predator haps right now. Let me turn around. Check this side. Oh, we got the sunset hap. So these are smaller, 1 to 2 inches. Love this fish. One of my favorites. One of my favorite haps. Let me see if there's another. Okay, so we don't breed this one here. We do get these locally, but we have the Malawi eye biter or the compressicep. So these guys are 2 to 3 inches. And let's see. Here's some ornate haps. Protomalus ornatus. Look at that male, guys. Now we have them covered just to help with aggression. When we keep the tank dark, and a lot of times it really helps bring the aggression down of the fish. But there's a nice male back there. He's obviously the dominant fish. He's back there. All right. So what was the next fish I said I was going to show you? Angels are always stunning. Yes, I love koi angels. Rainbow fish on sale. Okay, so we're gonna go look at the Price's rainbow fish. So guys, if you weren't here at the beginning of the stream, I had asked, and I still want to hear after the fact or now, in the coming year, what do you guys want to see different, new? It could be fish. It could be what we stream, when we stream, how we stream. It could be maybe longer format videos, just kind of anything, guys. We want to hear what you guys want to see. All right, here are the Price's rainbows. So they're not sexable yet. They actually kind of are if you look closely. But I'm seeing a lot of males in here. Let's see if they'll relax for a second. This is going to be more of a yellowy green rainbow. They don't have a ton of color, but I do really like the Price's rainbow. So these are the Milana or Chilatrina pricei. So these are what are on sale this week. And just got to show these because they're nicely colored up. We got the Bosemani rainbows. Really nicely colored up there. So we got the Signifer blue eyes. Brian recently picked up an albino compressed sip from us. Yeah, they're really nice. We get those locally. Greg would like to see videos of the weekly sales items. Oh, that's a good idea, Greg. Jose likes to guess on the giveaways, guess a number rather than the comment on the video. Okay. Zen says, y'all that don't keep rainbows, just understand this really takes time, like a lot of it. To get the fish colored up, yeah. Also takes a really long time to grow them out. Rainbow fish grow so slow, and they're so tiny as fry. Oh, check these forktails out. So I believe somebody was asking if we have any forktails. Here are some forktail blue eyes. Hopefully you're still watching. And I do see a few females in there, lots of males. They're really nice looking. So they're the forktail blue eyes or the Pseudomagil furcatus. We have some Gertrude or the spotted blue eye. Now these guys are small. I don't think the camera's really going to pick up their intricate patterns and colors. All right, let's see. Guys, I set my phone down somewhere. I don't know. Give me a second. Usually I use my phone to tell the time. Okay, so it's 12:30. We're gonna go do the giveaway. So you guys all saw the fish, the white, the veil platinum angelfish and the black angelfish. They look phenomenal. They're gonna look really cool together in a tank. Hopefully the winner takes them. If not, maybe I've inspired one of you guys to try doing that yourself. But let's go get the giveaway going. Whoops, spilled my drink, guys. Anna Banana says, I love Pseudomagills. So do I. They're beautiful fish. Joven likes the long educational videos about fish, tanks, equipment, care. Yeah, so do I. I find that stuff really relaxing to listen to while doing my own tank maintenance. So that might be something that's definitely been a goal of ours for a long time, is to get more long format videos out, but it's just so hard when we're so busy all the time packing orders, breeding fish, taking care of fish. But that is something we definitely want to do. Hopefully the new year that will be something we're able to fit in. All right, let me try and straighten this out, guys. We're so crooked. There we go. All right. So let me refresh everything. We do have some Charis species in. Right now, the one I can think of is the. Oh man, I can't think of the name. It doesn't sell super well. Give me a minute, and if I remember it, I will tell you. But that's the thing with the Charis species. Some of these fish are not very popular. So that makes it that much more important to take care of and try to continue these fish on. The species that I was trying to think of was Yisachromis, blue-tipped. Let's see if we have any good pictures on our website really quick, guys. Most likely the photo won't do the fish justice. This really doesn't. So when this fish is breeding and or just like in prime condition, not necessarily even have to be breeding, right here, the fish is like jet black. And I'm unsure why they give this fish the name blue tipped because yes, it is blue in here on the dorsal fin, but all the fins are tipped in red from the tail to the dorsal fin to the anal fin. But this is a really beautiful fish when it's all colored up. One problem with this fish, it's not really a problem, it's just one thing that makes it not as popular as it can be is it just doesn't color up really in a mixed tank. So if you have it in a tank with other cichlids, they typically don't color up. So HB, I will give you 1 minute. So to enter, you have to go onto Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube, and there's going to be this video called Final Giveaway of 2025 Live Angelfish Giveaway at Imperial Tropicals. You have to comment on the video and you have to share it. Also, if you could hit that like button, that helps us. And then that is going to enter you in. And then I am going to go to this here and randomly select a comment. It does it on its own. I have no say. And then you have to be here live during the live stream to win. So go ahead. I'm going to give you 1 minute. It's 12:35. So at 12:36, I'm going to poll over the comments. Okay, so it looks like Big Junior having a hard time finding it on Instagram. So I'll pull up Instagram here while we wait, and I will see. I'll show you guys what it looks like on Instagram. Okay, so this week's video, so the first 5 things you're going to see are the just ones we have pinned at the top of our page, and then this week this is the video. So it's got 218 likes, 89 comments. And here it is. So this week, this has got a lot of traction this week. Now, some of these comments, the kind of totals, so it takes the Facebook and Instagram comments and totals them together. So it wasn't 89 just on Instagram. But yeah, this got a lot of comments this week, guys. So it should just be right there. You should be able to see it. It should just be a couple posts down. It looks like 6 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It'd be the 6th one you see. So if you're on your phone, you would scroll down to the 6th one. It should be it. Yeah, everyone did have time to doom scroll. Everyone was sitting at home relaxing, probably ate too much, so they're sitting around on the couch just scrolling on their phone. All right, so let's pull these comments over, guys. I'm going to refresh everything, so it's going to get all the new comments on every platform. Well, I don't have to do this one. All right, so let's do this. Facebook. Right here. And then Instagram. is right here. YouTube. And TikTok. So this, if you guys are new here, these are just, whoops, I forgot to pull this one over, guys. For you guys who are new here, this is just a random comment selector. It selects from all of our platforms that we choose. So in total, let's see how many comments we had. All right, so we're gonna call this one Angelfish giveaway. There's gonna be one winner. We're gonna put 10 substitutes, so potentially, if the first one isn't here, we'll go to the second winner. If the second winner isn't here, we'll go to the third, etc., etc. And we're gonna exclude duplicate comments. What this means is you only get one entry per like video. So like one on YouTube, one on TikTok, one on Instagram, one on Facebook. So that way it's fair for everybody. All right, guys, 152 comments in total. There's 55 of you here, so good luck. You got a 1 in 55 chance. Well, now 56. Let's see. Let's get it going. Hello, Steven. Blackfoot 89, are you in here? It was on TikTok, so I'm assuming if you're here, it's either going to be on Facebook or YouTube. It's going to be different username, most likely. So Blackfoot 89, if you are here, let me know. Sack Attack, that's interesting. So we're going to give this Blackfoot just a second. TikTok, I'm going to pull over. Let's see. I'm not logged in, but let me see. If I just type in Imperial Tropicals. So right here. And these are all newer videos, so we should be good. So if you just type in Imperial Tropicals with no spaces or anything, that is our handle for TikTok. Panda Madness. So if you place an order with us, no matter where you're at in the country, every single week, we check the temperatures. If we deem it too cold, we will hold your order until it's warm enough. So whether you place that order in the summer and we think it's too hot, or in the winter it's too cold, we will hold the order. We will let you know if we're going to hold your order too. But also, if you have any questions, you can always reach out and ask, hey, seems like it's too cold. Will you be shipping my order or not? We check the day of before we ship your order, and we also check before, like a week before too, as we're setting up our shipping schedule. All right, so I'm not seeing anything from I'm just scrolling through, making sure. So I'm not seeing the winner Blackfoot 89. So let's go to the next. Next person, Instagram, Michael Jenka. Michael.Jenka. So if you're here, Michael, I'll give you a minute before we move on to the next one. Sorry if it's hard for you guys to see. We're right here, and it's Michael Jenka. Yes, there you are, Michael. So Michael, email us at fish@imperialtropicals.com. I'm just curious, and so I can let them know, are you going to accept the fish or are you going to take store credit? So I'll be waiting for your comment there. Hopefully, I'm hoping you get the fish, but you might not have a tank for them. So just curious. I like to live through your guys' aquarium. So if you haven't already, please, guys, on Facebook, if you're on Facebook, join our Facebook group and share your tanks. I love seeing them. That's Imperial Tropicals Fish Keepers. It is a private group, so it's well controlled. There's not any hate going on in the group, so it's nice. And anytime there's any issues, that gets resolved pretty quickly. And also, if you have any questions about us as a company or questions about how we do things, if you ask on there, there's a lot of people who can answer you. We have a lot of dedicated personnel who watch that page and answer a lot of questions for us. Michael is going with the store credit. So, Michael, go ahead and email us, fish@imperialtropicals.com. We will send you the $50 store credit, and you can use that however you'd like. Now, I just want to be clear, guys. Just a quick little store policy I want to go over. That includes gift cards and these giveaways, store credit if you have an unfortunate DOA situation. But one of our store policies, just want to reiterate with everybody, is if you use store credit, you still have to meet our store minimum of $50 like cash spent before we'll ship your order. That's just the way the website's set up. It won't accept the order. So if you ever have issues trying to check out and maybe it says something's out of stock, but it's not, or can't ship to your address, usually the problem is you didn't meet the $50 order minimum. And it has to meet that after all the discounts. So if you use one of our discount codes that's out there, or if you use like a % off, or you won store credit and you used it, you spent $49.99 and you used the $50 store credit. Unfortunately, the order won't go through until your subtotal after all that is $50. And also, the shipping does not go towards that. So just keep that in mind if you're having issues. Usually that's kind of why. But yeah, guys, any last minute requests you want to see? Any fish or any questions we can go look at? I still got some time. Being the holiday, guys, I got this place basically to myself. Everybody left. I do have an appointment coming in about 30 minutes. So I'll be giving someone a tour around here. They'll be picking out their fish. Brian, if you want to come see the inside tanks, do I have to schedule a tour? Brian, yes, we do ask that you schedule an appointment. So it is a fee. There is a $30 fee. That is for two reasons. We're not really set up for retail. Obviously, all of our fish we sell retail, but like in-person retail, we're really not set up for that. A lot of it is more geared towards picking and packing and shipping. So it does take time. But the $30, that charge comes off of any fish you purchase. So while you're here, if you spend $50, which is our store minimum, you get that $30 back towards your fish. So we're not keeping it. So really, you're only going to give us $20 that day. That is all we ask. But yeah, it's really fun. It's good to meet you guys. It's good for you guys to see these fish, and you have a lot more access to ask questions that we'll be able to answer. Yes, Chevy, the order must be at least $50 after all discounts and shipping is applied. Correct. Thank you for putting that in nice, short, condensed format. Let's see. Greg, have a good weekend. And so, Brian, this place, it might be a little hard to Google Maps will bring you right here, but when you're driving in, it might seem a little bit scary if you've never been here. You do have to cross over a cattle grate, a cattle gap. There used to be cattle on this property. There are no longer, but that kind of kept them from leaving without having to have a gate constantly open and close. Yeah, guys, let's go look at this fish. I'm not seeing anybody ask to see anything specific. How often do you catch? Guys, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna step outside. We're gonna look outside. How often do you catch fish in the ponds? I find it a value add being northern and getting fish from a farm. It makes the hobby more enjoyable. So it really depends on how fast the fish sell and how fast they grow. But we're constantly getting fish out of these ponds basically every day, whether we use little traps or if we seine the pond. Now, seine, get these giant seine nets. Takes 2 to 3 people, and we go out there and we catch a lot. It really depends on how many fish we need and what we're after. You can see, guys, it's really nice out here today. It's sunny, but that is about to change. We do have a cold front coming in, and if you guys have an order in and you're waiting, check your local temperatures. We did have to hold some orders that we were going to ship out on Monday, but as this is one of our ponds. This is the Geophagus feni pond, and last week we had to get some fish in, so we had to take this tarp off, and it always depends on the situation. We can either cast net the fish, we seine the fish, or we set traps. And we have these clear kind of minnow traps. We throw them in there and we catch fish out as needed. Now the traps are always only going to catch small fish. The seine and the cast net, we're going to catch all different size. Now, here's an example of one that's not covered. This was recently cleaned. There are no fish in there, but it can be covered. It just currently is not. And here is one that is covered. And it's pretty simple how we cover the ponds. So we have these wires. You guys can see the wires running across all the ponds. And we just pull them tight, which takes a lot more work than it looks. We pull the wires tight, and then we get this greenhouse plastic. Now these ponds are, most of them, around 40 to 50 feet wide and around 100 feet long. I could be wrong on the 100 feet. It might be, I think actually maybe 30 to 50 feet, depends on the pond, and 50 to 70 feet long. But either way, we get these giant rolls of plastic and we roll them over the wires, and then we use 2x4s with holes pre-drilled in them, and we roll the plastic tight and knock it in with rebar. So it's a pretty simple solution to keep these ponds warm during the winter. And then we poke holes and put down sandbags to keep it from blowing up in the wind. But yeah, there's that's the new building. That's going to be the breeding building. That's the building I haven't been able to show you guys much yet because of the service. These metal buildings make it really hard to live stream. Even with the Wi-Fi, guys, you guys know how much trouble I have sometimes. This is the old warehouse, new warehouse. But this over here, this is all of our new rainbows are in there. We got a bunch of Tanganikans in there, and we're getting breeding rolling in the new building already. There are only 3 racks up. There's supposed to be like 6 or 7 more, I believe. So, Zen cannot beat Cali and Florida Decembers. Yeah, they're beautiful. So yeah, love seeing this side of the farm. Yeah, we don't show it too often, guys. Really like to show you guys the things that are currently for sale, but look how clear this pond is right now. Let's see if there's anything in. There's an uncovered pond right here. It has some fish. Let's see if we can see them. So this pond right here to our right. Now, this is the time of day the fish are usually going to be the most active due to temperatures. At night they go low, during the day they come up. I'm not seeing any movement right now. If I threw some fish food, they would definitely come, but I didn't bring any. I wasn't prepared. But just for example, this pond has Copetochromis azureus in there. Now this fish breeds exceedingly fast. This is one of the fish for us that we actually have to throttle back the breeding on because they breed so much. But no, there's nothing in this pond behind us either. But here's another example of just an empty pond. So Greg, this is just greenhouse plastic. The thicker the plastic, the longer it's going to last. And also the more heat it's going to trap in. So it just works like a greenhouse. The sunlight comes in and the heat gets trapped underneath of it. So I would recommend getting a thicker gauge. The thicker the greenhouse plastic, the better. Really quick, guys, just want to show you this. Looks like a bird left us a present. It is like basically a skeleton of a dead snake. All right, guys. Zen, do we ever take in hobbyist bred fish? We do. We buy locally, and we buy from other farms. So especially if it's a rare fish, we'll take it in from a hobbyist as long as it's healthy. The price, as long as they're okay with the price. Obviously, we are a very large company, so we're only going to be able to pay like wholesale prices. Some people might not be okay with that, so as long as everything lines up, we will. Brian just booked the tour for January 2nd. Oh, Brian, looking forward to seeing you, whether it's me or somebody else. That's exciting. So guys, this is the final Fun Friday of 2025. If you're watching this later, please leave in the comments what you guys want to see for 2026, whether it's long formats, more stuff in the field, more about breeding, more about how we pack fish, or breeding different types of fish. Maybe you guys just want to see us bring in new types of fish. But yeah, let us know in the comments. Make sure you hit that like button. I want to thank all of you guys who are here every Fun Friday, and everybody who orders from us and lets us do this wonderful job of breeding fish, shipping them across the country. It's just phenomenal. So that's going to be it, guys. Have a safe new year. Don't do anything you shouldn't do, and we'll see you later.